Bueno, muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos de verdad a todos los estudiantes en esta presentación de Study Fair con los colegios de la ACN y los colegios Calasanz a nivel Colombia. Vamos a dar paso a nuestra siguiente presentación, que es del Ottawa Carleton District School Board. Vamos a ver si ya nuestra presentadora está en sala. Anne-Marie, are you here? Vamos a ver si ya nuestra presentadora.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, Billy.
Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you very much for being with us this afternoon. We have a group of very interested students. These students are from schools from ACN, that is an association of schools from Bogota, and also from other schools like Calasanz in Colombia. And they would like to hear everything about Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
Okay, I'm just going to start the presentation. So hello, everybody. My name is Anne-Marie Bariza. So I live in Ottawa, the capital of Canada, and I work with the Ottawa Carleton District School Board. So this is a school district for students in kindergarten to grade 12. I'm just going to share my screen so you don't have to look at me. And I'll start the presentation. So as I mentioned, it's the Ottawa Carleton District School Board, large school district in the province of Ontario. So I'll just show you. So Ottawa is here on the map. So down at the bottom, look towards the bottom of the page. In the province of Ontario, we are across the river from Quebec, which is mostly French, and Ontario is mostly English. Because of our location, we are a bilingual city, so English and French. Our schools are English first, and you have the option to take French if you want to, but you don't have to as an international student. We are a population in Ottawa of just over 1 million people. So it's a big city for Canada. We have many of the services of a very large city like Toronto because it is the capital. So by car, we are 4 hours from Toronto, 2 hours from Montreal, and 5 hours to Quebec City. So you will have the opportunity to see the major cities while you are studying in Ottawa. We also do trips to Niagara Falls, which is just past Toronto. So Ottawa is a very, very beautiful, very safe city. It is a government town. So this means that the main employer is the government. So it's a very stable economy. The number one employer is the government, and second would be high technology. So Ottawa is the highest educated city in Canada. So more engineers and PhDs in the city. So very good education system in the province of Ontario and in Ottawa. So this is close to the downtown area. The canal on the left is the Rideau Canal. So it's a World UNESCO Heritage Site. If you look to the end of the canal, you can see the mountains in the background, the hills. So those are called the Gatineau Hills. We have from downtown 15 to 20 minutes skiing and snowboarding. So this is really nice because it's accessible for everybody. Most of my schools have ski club and ski team. And then you can also go on a weeknight, go night skiing, or on a weekend with friends, and you can take an Uber from downtown 15, 20 minutes and you're on the ski hill. So this is something that's really, really great. Ottawa is a very outdoors community. So people are out biking, hiking, walking, jogging. We're very much into that. And that's the same for most of Canada. We're like this. So in Ottawa, we have 4 seasons. We have the spring, which we're in right now. So the average temperature is 15. The summertime is hot. It can be 28, but it can get up to 48 with humidity because we're very humid here in Ottawa. The fall is beautiful. And then we have the winter, which can be very cold and much colder than -10 at nighttime. So this is the spring. So right now our tulips are coming out all over the city. So it's absolutely beautiful. We have a tulip festival in May for 3 weeks. This is the summertime. So this is on the canal. So boats, hiking, biking, all kinds of activities. The buildings to the left with the green roof are the Parliament buildings. So my office is 3 blocks from the Parliament buildings downtown. So it's a very small downtown area. You can walk from one end to the other in less than 45 minutes. This is the fall, so the leaves are changing, the weather's getting colder, and it's a beautiful time of year all over the city. The leaves are like this. And then the winter. So we have something that most cities in the world don't have. We have the world's largest skating rink. So in January and February, if the weather cooperates and it's cold enough, we can skate for almost 8 kilometers. So this is something every international student wants to experience. I have a couple schools that will teach you to skate in the fall, and then by January, you'll be able to go out skating on the canal. You can buy skates very cheap for about $50, $60, or you can rent a pair of skates. So this is one of those outdoor activities for sure all international students want to do, and also all Canadians. So we have a winter festival in February, and most Canadian families will go out from Ottawa, and then we get a lot of tourists at that time of year as well from all over Canada. So really, really neat. And I can almost guarantee in Colombia, you will not have this. So a little bit about homestay families. When you study abroad and in Canada, you would live with a family, a Canadian family. You can say on your application if you would like to live with another international student or not. You can say if you'd like other kids in the home. Every family is different, just like in your family. Every family is going to be very different from yours, most likely. The food is going to be different. Everything will be different. But if you get that connection with the host family, you have a Canadian family for life. And it can be a really, really cool thing. Some families have been hosting for years, and some have just been doing for, they're new, but most have been hosting for many years, and it's a really great experience. The best part about the host family is that's where you're going to learn about the culture, the Canadian culture, and your English will improve a lot while you're living with the family. It's really important to spend time with them, have meals with them, and this is where your English will also improve quite a bit. Every family has a police background check. They have interviews, multiple interviews before they're accepted to host, and they get updates on orientations every year. While you are studying in Ottawa, if you come by yourself and not with a friend, because sometimes they'll come with friends, but you cannot live together if you do. If you are there alone, you have a lot of support. You are never alone. So before you come to Canada, you would have the name and contact information of a relationship manager from the homestay team. You get a 24-hour emergency line. While you're in Ottawa, you also have the homestay family to support you. There's a school contact in every school responsible for international students to support you. You have your teachers, and then you have my office. So in my office, we have also 3 other Spanish speakers. I'm not one of them. And they will support you as well as anybody who speaks English as well. I can support you. Any problem you have, you can go to any of these people. When you arrive in Ottawa, you get the contact information of everybody you could possibly need, and you have a lot of support. You're never alone. And this goes for anything to do with homestay, with school, personal. The school counselors are trained for any type of counseling. So you have support in every area. So in my school district, in the Ottawa Carleton District School Board, you can come for 1 semester or 1 year. You can start in September or February. If you have a good English level, you can graduate in 1 year. If you don't, it would take longer. You have many schools to choose from. So the nice thing about my district is not one school is the same as the other. They're all different, and there's so many to choose from that I can guarantee we have something for everyone in Ottawa. We do have 6 schools that have an English as a second language program where they will support you with your English if you don't have a good level. So we do test before you come, and again when you arrive, so we'll know if you need to choose a school that has English support. So the schools that have English as a second language are Bell, Brookfield, Glebe, Gloucester, Ridgemont, and Woodruff. So those ones all have English as a second language, which just means that your English class is at your level. The other courses are regular classes. And this is just if your level's not very high. We also have one school that's a special school for the arts. You have to audition to go here and you have to be a very high level. So they have at this school dance, drama, visual arts, literary, and music. So we have international students at Canterbury every year, anywhere from 2 to maybe 6 or 7 international students in this school. So this is a school with mostly Canadian kids in it because it's a high level art school. You can go for regular program as well. So we are semestered in all of my schools, except for the ones that have the International Baccalaureate. So all of the schools that are available have 4 courses in each semester and 8 credits per year. So you get to pick your own classes. If you are returning to your home to graduate, then you have to pick what you need from your school, what your school tells you you must take. If you are coming here to graduate, then the counselor will help you choose the courses you need to graduate. The nice thing about studying in Canada is that we offer classes at different levels. So if you're very strong in a subject, so if you really like science, we have in grade 11 science and 12, we have 3 levels. So you can take, if you're very, very strong, you can take the university level course, which is the pathway to university. If you want to take if you're not good in science and you choose to take the college level and you don't need that to go on into university, then that's fine. So it just depends. For Canadian students, we choose the courses we need in grade 11 and 12 for our pathway to university. So you have to choose by what program you're applying to university. So you need to decide soon when you're in grade 11 what you want to do in university, or if you don't know, you have to take the highest level to leave your options open. So in Canada, school starts usually later than in most countries. So we usually start just before 9 or just after 9, and we go till about 3 o'clock. So every school is a little bit different. Some are 10, 15 minutes earlier or later. But we usually start later than in Latin America. So you would do 2 classes in the morning, have an hour off for lunch, and 2 classes in the afternoon. So this would be a typical day. So the nice thing about studying in Canada, besides the options of levels for courses, is the electives. So we have many, many electives. So you can pick courses from the arts, from world studies, from technology. And the nice thing is every school offers different electives. So some of them have a few of the same, like every school offers drama, visual arts, and music, but they all offer different options as well. So some with visual arts, they will also offer an extra class of drawing and painting. So we really do have something for everyone. The best thing to do is to send us a request of what you like. So if you tell Study Now, I really like drawing and painting, and I really want to take photography, we would recommend the schools that offer these options. So these can be subjects that you take that could be just out of interest, or it could be something towards a career for later on. So for example, you can take law if you're interested in pursuing law later. There's always courses that you could take that could have, give you an idea of what your pathway will be for university. Oh, going the wrong way. So in our schools, we have lots of clubs. And the nice thing with COVID is that many clubs are still running. They'll either do them virtual or in person, depending on the time. So they weren't in the beginning of the school year, but they are now. So many, many clubs. These are just a few. In some schools, I have more than 30 clubs. And again, every school is different by what they offer. And it's also different every year because the clubs run just like the courses, everything is by demand. If you have students interested in doing robotics in your school, which there always is, you would have a robotics club. So you have to have the demand from the students. And then school sports, same thing. So every school is different by what they offer. So these are, again, just a few. Some schools have more than 20 some teams. Every school offers soccer, basketball, volleyball, track and field, and cross-country running. And then there's all kinds of different options. Some schools are known to be very strong in some sports, and some are stronger in others. And then also, similar to the courses with the different levels, we also have sports at different levels. So if you say to me, I am so good at soccer, I want to play on a really strong team, we have our schools have 3 different categories for boys soccer or girls soccer. So I can say, okay, put them in this school because they have one of the better soccer teams. So that's a nice option. And that's because we are a big school district and we are in a big city. You wouldn't find that in a small town with all the competition. So this is nice. And the nice thing about being in a big city like Ottawa as well is that you can do the sport at school, but you can also do all of these sports outside of school. So if you like to golf, we have in Ottawa more golf courses in and around the city of Ottawa than any city in Canada, which sounds funny because we're not the warmest climate compared to some, but we do have more golf courses and golf is huge here. So depending on what sports you like, we have just about every option. So we also do international student activities. So in a typical school year, we would do 2 trips to Niagara Falls in Toronto and 1 trip to Montreal in the fall. And then we do again in the spring, Toronto and Niagara Falls, Montreal, and then a Quebec City trip. And then we also do in January and February skiing and snowboarding. So lots of things to do with the international students as well. And this is nice because you can connect with other international kids that don't go to your school. Could be for any school in the city. So that's really nice. And also all of the schools do activities for the students and sometimes for like if it's international because it's in the English as a second language class. So there's always something to do. And that's probably one of the best things about being in Ottawa is that you can't be bored. We have, because it is the capital, we have many festivals, we have 22 museums, we have sporting events. So we have professional soccer, basketball, hockey, and baseball. So there's always something going on in normal times, not right now. But yeah, so there's always things to do. And then also even just exploring in the downtown. So like I said, it's a walkable downtown. There's many there's art galleries, museums, like there's all kinds of things to see and do. Major shopping, we have lots of shopping malls, one big one right downtown and then others around the city. So it's not like you would be bored in a city like this. It's a family-oriented, very safe city to move around on your own. So just some of the activities, so the skiing and snowboarding and Niagara Falls. So that was our group from last year. So why Ottawa? So Ottawa is a really great option for international students because of the fact that we are the size of our city with all of the activities that we offer in our schools and also in the city. It's really good for high school age students to come here because they will have lots to do. The education system in Ontario, in our province, is, I think, the highest, one of the best in the country. And then in Ottawa as well, we have very high standards because we have a very high educated population. We also host many diplomats' kids in our public schools, and also the Prime Minister's kids attend public schools and they go to my public schools. So it's a very, very good system for Canadians and for internationals. And also the fact that we have so many schools to choose from. So the fact, like I said earlier, we have a school for everyone. So it's either you want downtown or you want it in the suburbs or you want it outside of the suburbs, a little further out, so we have every option. I live in the suburbs. I don't need to go downtown if I don't want to, but it's there. So I have access to all of the culture and everything that is in the city. It's right here. So it's great. So that's the end of my presentation. I don't know if we need some translation, or if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Anne-Marie. I'm going to make a little bit of a summary and see if our students have some questions. However, the students that we have attending the presentation that are students from ACN schools and Calasanz schools, they do have good command of English. So that's good for our students. So I guess that they do get a very good idea what Ottawa Carleton has to offer to all of them. Muchas gracias a todos nuestros estudiantes que nos están acompañando en el día de hoy en nuestra Study Fair de ACN y Colegios Calasanz. Como nos contó Anne-Marie, el Ottawa Carleton District School Board es el grupo de colegios de la ciudad de Ottawa. En todos estos colegios ustedes pueden realizar nuestro programa de doble titulación, que es un programa que les permite en un tiempo corto y a unos costos moderados poder obtener su título de Ontario Secondary School Diploma, que es como se llama el título que obtienen los estudiantes que se gradúan en Canadá. Ya Anne-Marie nos contó lo maravilloso que es la ciudad de Ottawa. Es sin lugar a dudas una de mis ciudades favoritas de todo Canadá, porque es una ciudad supremamente segura, es una ciudad con montones de actividades para realizar y obviamente es una ciudad también con muchísimos museos y actividades y festivales culturales. Entonces, ya sea que ustedes vayan en invierno, está el Festival de Invierno, en el cual además congelan 8 kilómetros del río y hacen la pista de patinaje, una de las pistas de patinaje naturales más largas del mundo, o que vayan también en los meses de verano, donde están los festivales de jazz, el Festival de los Tulipanes y montones de actividades que se pueden realizar en la ciudad. El programa y nuestra, digamos, acuerdo con el Ottawa Carleton, llevamos ya enviando estudiantes colombianos por más de 17 años. Todos han logrado exitosamente obtener sus títulos y han tenido experiencias absolutamente maravillosas. Entonces, invitarlos a todos ustedes, estudiantes, a que nos acompañen, ojalá esta tarde, donde vamos a tener presentaciones sobre el programa de doble titulación a partir de las 5 de la tarde y también de otras instituciones de educación muy interesantes. Si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden hacérnosla en el chat en este momento, o si quieren abrir su micrófono, pues también son muy bienvenidos. We have a few questions, Anne-Marie. It is possible to join only for 12th grade, or does it to be since 11th grade?
So you can graduate in 1 year if you arrive in Ottawa with an advanced English level. So by advanced, I mean you would be able to enter directly into grade 11 or grade 12 English. So we do test students before they come to Ottawa online, and we test them again when they arrive. So we know if they have that level when they arrive. But basically, you would be fluent in English. You would be able to read novels, write a well-formed essay. And if you're able to do that and you think you have that level, it is possible in 1 year. Excellent. So the test when you arrive is what confirms if it's possible.
Right. However, if you are applying through the IdD program, just remember that you can also do it in 1 semester, but you will need to have previously all the courses doing online through Virtual High School. No olviden, chicos, que si en todo caso ustedes son parte del programa de doble titulación, también se pueden graduar en solamente 1 semestre. Sin embargo, para responder también la pregunta de Carla, si quisieras ir a hacer tus últimos 2 años, a 11 y 12, también lo podrías hacer. Pueden hacer 9º, 10º, 11 y 12. Los grados que ustedes quieran se pueden hacer. Referente a las aplicaciones, que Carla también nos pregunta, el proceso de aplicación, recuerda que se puede iniciar en cualquiera de los 2 semestres en los que inicia el año. Se puede iniciar en febrero, puede iniciar en septiembre. Para septiembre estamos ya recibiendo en este momento aplicaciones y las aplicaciones se cierran el 31 de mayo. Para enero estamos también ya recibiendo aplicaciones y las aplicaciones se cierran en el mes de septiembre. Entonces, muy importante tener en cuenta todos estos procesos. Para aquellos de ustedes, chicos, que estén interesados en saber más sobre nuestro programa de IdD, o para aquellos de ustedes que quieran solicitar una asesoría personalizada, lo pueden hacer por WhatsApp a nuestros WhatsApps que les estoy poniendo en este momento en el chat. I was telling the students a little bit of information of how to contact us and how to do the application process. And I was telling them that as soon as they apply, it will be better for us and for you to be able to accept them and to place them into Canadian high school and into a host family.
Yeah, so we do still have space in most schools, but not, depends on homestay as well. So it would, the earlier you apply, the better, because it's not really that early now. It's getting late. Our applications do close May 31st. So after that date, we can't guarantee anything.
Okay, I think chicos, no sé si tengan alguna última pregunta de pronto para Anne-Marie, pueden hacerla en nuestro chat. Si alguno quiere abrir el micrófono también, bienvenidos obviamente a hacerlo. We have another question about the cost of the host family and the school tuition.
So you can check with Study Now for the complete cost, but basically, if you come for one full year for this September, it is about just under 28,000 Canadian dollars. And the next year it will go up. For September 2022, we are going up the fees a little bit. So it's about, Study Now can confirm the fees for you.
Tal cual como nos menciona Anne-Marie, la idea es poder conocer las necesidades de cada uno de ustedes, poder determinar cuál es el programa más adecuado y obviamente también poder entender cuál es su objetivo y su meta específica para poder obviamente ya presentarles una propuesta formal y un presupuesto acertado. Las grabaciones de todas estas presentaciones las van a poder ver en el sitio de acn.feriaestudios.com a partir del lunes, que vamos a estar subiendo todas las grabaciones. Sin embargo, Erika y todos los estudiantes que nos acompañan en este momento de los colegios de ACN, de los Calasanz, del Colombo, si quieren que sus papás reciban un poco más de información, hoy a partir de las 5 de la tarde en este mismo link de acn.feriaestudios.com vamos a tener una presentación sobre el programa de doble titulación, donde vamos a hablar nuevamente del Ottawa Carleton District School Board y de otras instituciones educativas que les pueden ofrecer excelentes alternativas y opciones. So, Anne-Marie, thank you very much for the presentation. I really appreciate, as always, your help to give all of our students the information about the beautiful city that I love, that is Ottawa. And then we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me and thank you for participating, everybody. Bye.
Bye, Anne-Marie.
Bye.
Agradecemos entonces muchísimo a todos ustedes por conectarse en la mañana de hoy. Damos cierre a nuestra sesión de la mañana